If you over 50 and you notice that getting up from a chair feels harder, your balance isn't what it used to be, or your lower body feels weak no matter how much walking you do, this might surprise you. The real problem often isn't your knees, your back, or even your age. It's your glutes. And here's the good news. You don't need squats, heavy weights, or hours in the gym to fix this. In fact, research now shows that just 2 very specific exercises can quickly wake up the glute muscles, restore strength, and dramatically improve stability after 50. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to do, why it works, and how to do it safely starting today. As we age, the glute muscles quietly weaken. This happens faster than most people realize. Sitting more, moving less, and relying on machines or chairs all day causes the brain to almost forget how to activate the glutes properly. Scientists call this gluteal inhibition. When the glutes go offline, smaller muscles are forced to compensate. That's when knee pain starts showing up. That's when the lower back takes more stress. And that's when simple movements like climbing stairs or standing up begin to feel exhausting. Many people over 50 try to fix this by doing squats, but here's the problem. Squats are a complex movement. If your glutes are already weak, squats often shift the load to the knees and lower back instead of the glutes. That's why so many adults feel pain instead of progress. What we want instead are movements that directly target the glutes, reteach the brain to fire them, and build strength fast without joint strain. That brings us to the first essential exercise. The first exercise is the glute bridge. This movement is simple, but don't let that fool you. It's one of the most researched and effective glute activation exercises for adults over 50. Physical therapists use it worldwide for rehabilitation, fall prevention, and lower body strength recovery. Here's why it works so well. When you lie on your back with your knees bent and feet flat on the floor, gravity is reduced. That immediately takes pressure off the spine and knees. From this position, when you push through your heels and lift your hips, the glutes are forced to do the work. There's nowhere else for the effort to go. This creates a strong brain-muscle connection that many people have lost over time. As you lift your hips, think about squeezing your glutes, not arching your lower back. Your body should form a straight line from shoulders to knees at the top. You pause briefly, then lower down slowly. That slow lowering phase is critical. It builds strength and control, which are essential for balance and stability as we age. Studies show that consistent glute bridge training improves hip extension strength, walking speed, and even posture in adults over 50. Strong glutes help keep the pelvis stable, which reduces strain on the lower back and knees. This is one of the reasons people often report less pain after just a few weeks of doing this correctly. If you're just starting out, even 8 to 10 controlled repetitions are enough. Quality matters more than quantity. As strength improves, holding the top position for 3 to 5 seconds makes the exercise even more effective. And if you want to progress safely, you can later add a resistance band around the thighs or perform single leg variations, but only after the basic movement feels solid and pain-free. What's especially powerful about this exercise is how quickly people notice results. Many adults report better stability when walking and easier transitions from sitting to standing within 2 to 3 weeks. That's because the glutes play a major role in everyday movements we take for granted. Now, while the glute bridge rebuilds basic strength and activation, there's another muscle function that becomes critically important after 50, and that's lateral stability. This brings us to the second essential exercise, which many people completely ignore, but shouldn't. The second essential exercise focuses on a function of the glutes that's often overlooked, especially as we age. Most people think the glutes are only for moving forward or standing up, but one of their most important jobs is keeping you stable side to side. This is crucial for balance, fall prevention, and protecting the hips and knees. The exercise that does this better than almost anything else is the step-back lunge, also known as the reverse lunge. Now, if lunges sound intimidating, stay with me. The step-back lunge is very different from the traditional forward lunge. When you step backward instead of forward, your front leg stays planted and stable. This dramatically reduces stress on the knee joint while increasing activation in the glutes of the front leg. That's exactly what we want after 50. Here's how it works in simple terms. When you step back, your body naturally shifts weight into the heel of the front foot. That heel-driven movement forces the glutes to engage. At the same time, the muscles around the hips work to stabilize your pelvis, which improves balance and coordination. This combination builds strength where it matters most for daily life. As you perform the movement, stand tall, take a slow step back, and gently lower the back knee toward the floor. You don't need to go deep. Even a small range of motion is effective. Then push through the heel of the front foot to return to standing. The key is control. Slow, steady movements build far more strength than fast repetitions. Research on lower body training in older adults shows that unilateral or single-leg focused exercises significantly improve balance and reduce fall risk. That's because they challenge the nervous system in a way that mirrors real life. Walking, climbing stairs, and even catching yourself if you trip all require single-leg strength and control. If balance is a concern, holding onto a chair or wall for support is perfectly fine. This doesn't make the exercise less effective. In fact, it allows you to focus on proper form and glute engagement without fear. Start with 6 to 8 repetitions per side. Over time, as confidence and strength improve, you can increase to 10 or 12. What makes the combination of the glute bridge and the step-back lunge so powerful is that they train the glutes in two different but complementary ways. One rebuilds activation and basic strength in a low-stress position. The other trains real-world stability and movement. Together, they cover almost everything the glutes need to do in everyday life. After 50, many people notice that once these muscles get stronger, other activities suddenly feel easier. Walking feels smoother. Stairs feel less intimidating. Even standing for long periods becomes more comfortable. This isn't magic. It's the body functioning the way it was designed to. Now, one of the most common questions people ask is how often these exercises should be done. The answer might surprise you. More is not better. Muscles need time to recover, especially as we age. 2 to 3 sessions per week is more than enough. On rest days, simple walking or light movement helps keep blood flow high and joints healthy. It's also important to understand that pain is not part of the process. A mild muscle burn is normal, but sharp pain in the knees, hips, or lower back is a sign to stop and adjust. Proper form and slow movement are far more important than pushing through discomfort. As the glutes get stronger, something interesting happens. The body begins to naturally distribute load more evenly. The knees don't take as much stress. The lower back doesn't have to overwork. This is why strengthening the glutes is often one of the first steps physical therapists take when addressing chronic pain in adults over 50. In the final part, I'll explain how to combine these two exercises into a simple weekly routine, how long it takes to see real results, and the biggest mistake that can slow progress without you realizing it. Let us talk about how to put these two exercises together in a way that fits into real life. Not a complicated fitness plan that's hard to stick to. The goal here isn't to exhaust yourself. The goal is consistency and correct movement. That's what creates lasting strength after 50. A simple routine might look like this. 2 or 3 days a week, start with the glute bridge. Do one slow, controlled set, focusing on squeezing the glutes and keeping the lower back relaxed. Rest briefly, then do a second set if you feel comfortable. After that, move to the step-back lunge. Take your time. Alternate sides, keeping the movement smooth and steady. The entire session can take less than 10 minutes, yet still be highly effective. One reason this works so well is that the glutes respond quickly once they're activated properly. Many people spend years exercising without ever truly engaging these muscles. When they finally do, progress feels faster than expected. Within the first week or two, you may notice better posture and a stronger push when walking. Within 3 to 4 weeks, daily tasks like standing up, climbing stairs, or carrying groceries often feel noticeably easier. However, there's one major mistake that can slow or even stop progress, and it's incredibly common. That mistake is rushing the movements. Fast repetitions often shift the work away from the glutes and into the joints or smaller muscles. Slowing down forces the glutes to stay engaged longer, which is exactly what builds strength and stability. Breathing also matters more than people realize. Holding your breath increases tension and makes movements feel harder. Instead, exhale gently as you lift or stand, and inhale as you lower. This helps maintain control and reduces unnecessary strain. Another important factor is posture. Keeping the chest tall and the core gently engaged helps the glutes work in harmony with the rest of the body. This doesn't mean bracing hard or tightening everything. It simply means moving with awareness and control. It's also worth mentioning that strength doesn't come only from exercise. Recovery plays a huge role, especially after 50. Sleep, hydration, and adequate protein intake all support muscle repair and growth. Even modest improvements in these areas can enhance the results of your workouts. Over time, as these exercises become easier, the body naturally adapts. Movements feel smoother, balance improves, confidence increases. This is one of the most underrated benefits of strength training later in life. When your body feels strong and stable, you move differently, you trust yourself more, and that confidence carries into every part of daily living. The beauty of focusing on just 2 essential exercises is simplicity. There's no confusion, no equipment needed, and no high risk of injury. Just consistent, intentional movement that supports the way the body changes with age. At this point, you now understand why the glutes weaken after 50%, why traditional exercises often fail, and how these two movements can rebuild strength quickly and safely. This knowledge alone puts you ahead of most people. If there's one thing to remember from this video, it's this. Getting stronger after 50 isn't about doing more exercises, it's about doing the right ones, the right way. Your glutes are one of the most powerful muscle groups in your body, and when they're strong, everything else works better. Your balance improves, your joints feel more supported, everyday movements stop feeling like a struggle. You don't need a gym, you don't need heavy weights, and you don't need to push through pain. Just a few minutes, a few times a week, with focused, controlled movement can make a real difference. The glute bridge reconnects your body to muscles, and may have forgotten how to use the step-back lunge. Teaches those muscles to protect you in real-world situations like walking, stairs, and sudden changes in balance. The key is consistency. Start slow. Pay attention to how your body feels. Strength builds quietly at first, but it shows up in powerful ways over time. One day you'll notice you stand up without thinking. Another day you'll realize stairs don't feel intimidating anymore. That's progress you can feel, not just measure. If you found this helpful, take a moment to support your body by putting this into action, even if it's just one set today. And if you want more simple, science-backed guidance designed specifically for adults over 50, stay connected. Small steps, done consistently, can change the way your body feels for years to come. Your strength isn't gone. It just needs the right signal to come back.